YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another video. So I have this clip for you guys that I just had to share, where this woman is talking about how she was married and she left a good man. And just listen to what she's saying, and then we're gonna talk about it. But this is how a lot of women think, and this is why I say a lot of women will be single forever, because they don't know how to be in relationships. Women talk about good men all day. What are good men at? But then there are a lot of these women who have good men and they don't know what to do with a good man, and then they leave him, and then they're back to complaining about men. A lot of these particular women have issues that they've never dealt with. They're taking it into relationships and they're taking it out on the good men who are there supportive, because they don't know how to deal with any man, period. But let's go ahead and play this clip, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Here we go.
He wasn't cheating on me. He would, you know, worship what I walked on. He was that, but he was too corny for me. Like, tell me sit down. Tell me stop going out. God. You know, don't put your hands on me, but put your foot down. Like, every time I want to go out, I can go out. Anytime I want to, I can, whatever, do it.
So you got a man who, she said, worshiped the ground she walked on, basically, but he was too corny. Tell me what to do. So you want him to tell you what to do, and then when he tells you what to do, oh, he's controlling. You don't really like that either. It's a catch-22. I want you to tell me what to do, put me in my place. Then when you get a man who's that way, then I left that relationship because he was too controlling. Y'all gotta get y'all ish together. Seriously, let's continue.
How did it get that far? For you ain't just learned he was corny when you married.
Right. Did you marry him and he was corny?
I did, because I had a son and I wanted him to have a family, and I don't have a family. It's just been my mama, my brother, my sister, and just my strong
that his
ass.
son?
I'm sorry. This
Was that his son?
Yes. Right. Yes.
Well,
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
Hold up.
Yes.
Oh, so you had
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
One mic.
So I was a good wife. I came to bed with the lingerie on, danced and freaky shit, and that shit ain't for me. I don't think I ever want to be married again. But that with the married men, I feel you guys. So they come home angry as shit, mad because they gotta take care of kids, mad because your wife, you know, in the house. You want to look at, you want to play video games, you want to do all that little childish shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel the women that are married, and I feel the women that are side, because at the end of the day, he want to be with you, but he can't be with you because he got kids with this, and then you make him happy.
What you're saying?
What am I saying?
This is why it's dog women.
How?
You just destroyed a good man.
Baby, listen, this is unfortunate. It's just one big hot mess. It really is. So she's sitting here talking about she had a good man, but he was too corny because he wouldn't put her in her place. You know, a lot of these women are used to toxic relationships. They really are. Or toxic men or something. Because this doesn't make any sense. And you had a child with him. You left him. Now you don't want to get married. It's not for you. When you said this man was a good man, but it was too much for you that he was good. I don't understand it, Lord. But these will be the same women who come back years later complaining about ain't no good men out. What they at? These men don't want to take care of us. They want to do this, but you had one. And I'm convinced that a lot of women have run into good guys or met good guys, but they didn't want them. So I thought this was insane, but I'm not shocked. Like I said, a lot of women think like this. That you have something good and you throw it to the wayside, and then as you get older, now you're looking for something else to replicate. You're looking for that again, and you can't find it, and now you're still complaining. You're just older with it, and not too many men are checking for you when you're older with multiple children and baby daddies and all this other stuff. You turn a good man bad, and that's the case for some of these situations. Some of these men have been loyal and faithful to women who didn't deserve it, to women who were for the streets, and they cared about these women, did for these women, did the best thing that they could, thought that they were doing the right things, and then these women turn around and dog them. What happens? A lot of times the men turn around, they turn into something crazy where they manipulating, using women, or not taking them seriously because they've been hurt in the past. See, women like to complain, oh, he's this, he that, but don't realize the stuff that they do to men that would associate a man with creating that type of behavior, if that makes sense. You do things to men, to good men, and then when these men turn what y'all would call bad, then you still complaining, but you don't look at your own behavior. This is why I don't care what nobody say. It all goes back to accountability. You have to be accountable for your actions. If you're not, then you're gonna keep repeating it, thinking that you're right, thinking that it's okay for you to be doing what you're doing, and then when it backfires, you're still complaining. You still don't see that you were a contributing factor to all of the madness. Just like now, women don't see their contribution to the fact that a lot of men are walking away and not taking them seriously. Why? Because a lot of these women have played games. A lot of these women have cheated on good men. A lot of these women just walked away from good relationships because they weren't ready for it or they didn't know how to deal with a good man. They only know how to deal with men on their level. And as much as these women like to say, I'm leveling up, I expect more, baby, you can't just level up without making any changes. You haven't made any changes to yourself because you don't believe that you are the problem. You think that the man is the problem and you're the problem. You're the walking red flag and you're not even trying to do anything to change your behavior, better yourself so that you can be okay with a good man. A lot of these women don't deserve a good man. You don't even know how to treat him. So why is it that women are always the ones complaining? They always the ones need to level up and have all these high expectations for men who they don't even qualify for. Make that make sense. And then they're walking around here thinking that they're everything since sliced bread and looking a hot mess, don't know how to talk, aggressive, nasty attitudes, don't know the first thing about how to treat a man. But all you know is he's supposed to treat you like a queen, right? You a queen. And this is why I say women got to get it together. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They show you every single day what they're about. This woman didn't care about that man. She didn't have a family, a stable family. She wanted one for her child, but she didn't really care about the dude. She said he was a good dude, works with the girl. She didn't want that. In fact, she probably doesn't know what she wants. And that's a problem. So, this is why I say as women, we got to do better. You got to start listening. Stop thinking that you're always right and you're the prize. Stop with all of that. Because when you meet the right man and you qualify for him, y'all both gonna make it do what it do. Y'all gonna make it work, y'all gonna build on it, and y'all gonna do great. But if you can't acknowledge that you have issues and you don't have the tools for a relationship, but you want to learn, you can always learn. But if you're not open to the possibilities that you never learned how to be in a relationship, you don't know what men want, nor did you ever care what they wanted. It was all about you. If you can at least acknowledge those things and try to work to change them, you may be better off. This woman said the man was good to her and she was not ready for him. She had a child with him and then she left him because she didn't know what she was doing. And then as she gets older, she's going to start to want that she's going to realize that was a good man and he would have been good for her. But now you want somebody like that and then you're hard pressed to find it because you don't qualify for him. And it's funny because a lot of women say this, that they don't want to get married when they're young. They want to get married when they're in their 40s. I literally hear women say they don't want to get married young because they want their youth. And then they want to get married in their 40s. This is how a lot of women think that marriage is you're supposed to get married once you're starting to get old. Like once you're getting old and you somewhat settle down, now you're supposed to get a husband. So y'all can do what? Like sit around and what? You got to start young, build your family with your husband, and y'all build together, y'all grow together. But nobody thinks of it like that. You don't want to grow together. You want to do what you want to do. Hot girl summer it up for years. And then when you're tired and through, now you want to settle down. Now you want a man to marry you and propose to you and, marry you and give you all this stuff. Why would he do that?
Look at you. You mad. You big mad.
I'm going to leave it here, y'all. I'm going to stop talking. Y'all chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel.
Donations.
Let me know what you think of this video, baby. This was crazy to me, but I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.